And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. A 1st down carry by Elliott. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Everybody, chill.
Check. Left three.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Kamara. Got some room at the 30. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
21.
Now Breeze. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 25. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Yellow waiting.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
On first down, Murray. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. On second down, Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On second down, Elliott fights loose, fights free yet again. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On third down, Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
10th carry now for Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 43. Kill.
We're going to 54. Right here.
Under 10. 10.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Here we go.
56 is the mic.
Here we go. 46.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Shit. Under.
We're going to 53.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the 2 teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Kill.
Check.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 39.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Pollard. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Pollard again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. This is caught. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll run it with Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Now Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Running with Elliott, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Check 55, Mike. Every heavy. Check nickel.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Hey, kill. 47. No. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Harris now to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
Again, it's Kamara. Oh, good move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
Get that ball. Check safety, check safety.
Easy. Opposite. Hey, Echo.
Back to throw, Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. Byron Jones on the cover.
Ready.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Breeze to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
Now, will they handle it? Let's find out. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
56, right there, 56.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
A gain of 22 yards.
First down.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
Hey, kill. Go to 54. Line.
56 is the mic. Man.
26.
Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. Incomplete. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess a question for me, where does four down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Bring it up. Check 47. You go,
On first down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Go, get out there. Watch QB.
3rd and long for Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Marr able to put this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and get...
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Robert Quinn. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. What can Breeze do now with his drive? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. They run, it's Kamara. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get